Hello class, this is a video tutorial continuing on binomial expansions. In the previous sets of videos, we found particular powers such as 8 here. Now in this video, I'm going to show you another technique in order to find exactly when terms are constant. In this case, a constant term being that doesn't have a pronumeral. So I'll just demonstrate to you using these examples. So here we go. So we're going to utilize this general form, and this will require a little bit more algebra here. So following along, for this first term, I'm going to say, well, n choose k. It still is going to be k, so in this case, 5 choose k equals x in this case is the entirety of x squared. So I'm going to write this as x squared to the power of n minus k. So in this case, 5 minus k times y. In this case, y is negative 3 to the power of k. I'm now going to keep all the non-x terms or the non-variable terms on their own. So 5 choose k times negative 3 to the power of k. But this one here, I'm going to expand those powers. And remember, when we expand a power raised to a power, we multiply those out. So this becomes x to the power of 10 minus 2k, like so. Now, for x to be, well, for the term to be constant, we want this to be, well, completely gone. In order to do that, we want x to the power of 0. Because x to the power of 0 gives me 1, and so all of this would disappear. So in order to do that, we're going to go 10 minus 2k. Going to let that power equal 0. Solving this, we simply get 2k equals 10, k equals 5. So when k equals 5, we get a constant term. So now we can go 5, choose 5, negative 3 to the power of 5. And, well, just substituting it completely, we get x to the power of 10 minus 2 times 5. This will give us, well, 1. This can be further expanded. This negative 3, we can go, well, 5 choose 5 is 1 times negative 3. If we wanted to, we could expand this further as negative 1 times 3 to the power of 5. Expanding out those indices, we get negative 1 to the power of 5 times 3 to the power of 5. Now, of course, if you're wondering, you could just type all of this into your calculator, but I'm showing you this in completely index form. A negative number to the power of an odd index will give me negative 1. So this will give me negative 1 times 3 to the power of 5, which that I can simply chuck into my calculator. So 3 to the power of 5 is 243. So it'll be negative 243. And that is the constant term. All right, so let's move on to the next example. So I hope you can see this generalization of the form, and then letting this equal 0 will give us the constant term. All right, so let's do this again for our second problem. Now, before we expand this, I'm going to change this into completely index form. So I'm going to write this as x plus 2 times x to the power of negative 1 to the power of 6. Now that it is in this form, we can now use our general form here. So focusing in on this one. So 6, choose k. X in this case is just x. So this becomes x to the power of 6 minus k times y in this case is the entirety of 2 times x to the power of negative 1. So 2 times x to the power of negative 1 to the power of k. Continuing from here, going to expand this. So 6, choose k, remains the same. This becomes x to the power of 6 minus k times, now this one I'm going to write as 2 to the power of k times x to the power of negative k. Give you a moment to process what just happened here. And in case you missed it, using the index law, if we had, let's say, a and b to the power of x, remember this becomes a to the power of x times b to the power of x. So that power of 1 takes on k, because 1 times k, and negative 1 times k gives me negative k. Using further index laws from here, now the 2 to the power of k just comes off here to the side. So 6, choose k, times 2 to the power of k. But now these two can interact. Remember, same bases, indices will add. So showing you every step of the way, this gives me times x to the power of 6 minus k plus negative k. This gives me 6, choose k, 2 to the power of k times x to the power of 6 minus 2k. Now that we're at this stage, if we want the constant term, we need to let this power equal 0. So 6 minus 2k equals 0, 2k equals 6, k equals 3. From here, we can now, nope, let's just squeeze it in here. From here, we now just substitute 3 into the appropriate positions. So this now becomes 6, choose 3, times 2 to the power of 3 times x to the power of 0. Because remember, if we were to substitute 0 here, if we substitute 3 here, we get 6 minus 2 times 3, giving us 0. And so that is our constant term in non-expanded form. But if we were to calculate this as a number, we get 6, choose 3, times 2 to the power of 3, we get 160. And that is our constant term. Now, of course, once we get to this step, we could now let this equal whatever number we want in order to find that value of k. So in these first two problems, it was very straightforward. We can just substitute k is 8 for these two. But I hope you can see we could do this for any sort of power. It just so happens to be the case that this is to the power of 0, the constant term. So I hope to see you in the next video where we take on 2 more examples here. And hope to see you then, and best of luck.